Sharing germs.
Sharing germs.
Sharing means
Sharing.
Good morning, everybody out there in Rogersville Nation. Thanks for joining us this morning.
What have I done?
Will. Oh, my.
Oh, first Friday
This
was
guy.
last Friday.
This guy.
And Will, you want to tell us something? Are you trying to say something to
I
us?
got nothing to say.
Use your words, Will. Use your words.
Use your words.
Will won the interpretive dance competition.
He did.
Two-time Rogersville cooking champ.
What you did with that butterfly formation was just...
Undefeated.
I told Will we should have
Chili
counted
and tacos.
We should have
Oh,
counted
my.
the votes at the moment I ran out of tacos.
Hey.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate.
You failed
No,
to
it's
plan, you plan to fail.
I fried 100 tacos. I'm only one person.
100
Okay.
tacos.
First of all,
100, yeah.
we thought you were out on Monday, or was it Tuesday? You were like,
I can't
I'm
do
out.
it.
I can't do it.
Because
I
of the
can't do
type
it.
of taco I was making,
And-
I was like, I don't know how to do this.
And then by Wednesday, you're like, I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm back. I'm in the taco competition.
I'm in.
And let me say this: you guys both brought the heat.
They're
You
good tacos.
both
They're
brought the
really good.
noise. It was really good.
They were good tacos.
I mean,
both of them.
honestly, I said this in our group thread, but it was a tie for first, in my opinion. But unfortunately,
Will doesn't live in a world of ties.
the votes were in dollar bills. I say unfortunately. Fortunately, the votes were in dollar bills, and we raised over $300 for Rogersville
awesome.
Young
Yep,
Life
good deal.
through the taco competition. So
Yes.
they're the real winners,
Right.
But
I think what we learned, though, is that Lauren and I could open a taco restaurant.
could have a taco
and make some
co-op.
money.
you really could. So
100%.
tell everybody what you had in them, because I'm telling y'all they were phenomenal tacos, both of them.
So I did, and I don't know if I'm saying this right. I could say birria, but they might be
Birria?
Birria.
Oh.
I looked at the. I looked at a pronunciation,
Which is a small donkey in Spanish. Oh wait, that's burro. Sorry, never
Burrito,
mind.
yeah.
So they are. It's basically chuck roast braised overnight in broth that's got like rehydrated chilies, anchos and pasillos and all kinds of chilies in it.
There was a lot of
There was
flavor
a lot of
coming
stuff
up.
going on
Yeah.
in there. And so the beef is braised overnight, and then you shred it up, and then you get corn tortillas, and this is where it gets a little unique. You dip the corn tortillas
cool.
in the beef fat, and then you fry them in that, and then you put in your meat and your cheese, and then you just like crisp them up on the griddle. So for 2 hours, I fried tacos on Friday, and I'm like, I ran out of beef. I'm done. I'm going to the competition.
How many roasts did you do?
It was just two really big chuck roasts.
Really?
Well, actually, it was, and one was from the rump roast, I think, was from Emma's cow
Nice.
that I got
wow.
from her. And then I had a chuck roast that was from a different cow. So there was a blend of two, a custom blend of beef.
A cow fusion, if you will.
So yeah, some of Emma's delicious locally raised beef was in there, and then I used
So you had rump tacos then.
that rump
That's nice.
chuck and rump
Tastes
tacos.
like butt. No, it didn't at all. It was
That is
delicious.
one tasty rump right there.
Yeah, so yeah,
But then you like that reduction or that broth
oh
or whatever
yes,
was like
the beef consomme.
consomme.
What you've roasted.
I said that wrong.
That's
broth.
not that's not
consomme.
yeah. Well, that's just like the best word that I saw online to describe it. But that broth, then you serve it and you dip the taco in it, and then it's like a beef shot at the end.
It is.
It
It's
was
really good.
It was
really
so good.
It's like, I'm not sure I want to drink this. Oh, I totally want to.
Yeah. Everybody was like, really? I'm like, yeah, you just drink it. If you don't use it all dipping, you just drink it. And they're like, okay. And then they're like, oh, yeah, yeah.
But you totally made that part up, right?
No,
No,
that's
it
what
was
you do.
good. No, I
That's what you do.
know. It was delicious.
Okay, well, tell us about your award-winning tacos.
Yeah, so actually kind of similar, really.
Yeah.
I got a brisket from Schumann's up in Springfield. Got a Wagyu brisket, and I put it in a brine on Wednesday. It brined for 24 hours.
Interesting.
And then I put it in the smoker Thursday night, and it smoked for about 20 hours until Friday afternoon. We took that, we put it with some smoked Gouda cheese we got from J&J Cheese Factory.
And they came by.
And they came by, checked us out. And then we also had the corn tortillas that we had our portable Blackstone griddle, so we were crisping them right there in Kerrygold butter. So we put the Kerrygold butter down.
Likes the Kerrygold butter.
It was dripping in that butter.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, why is this dripping? And I was like, oh, it's butter. This
Yeah.
is great.
And then so we just put the brisket on there with the cheese, and then we had some fresh sliced jicama sticks to give it a little bit of crunch.
Okay, so the jicama.
Yeah, jicama.
I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it was like a plantain or something, which is not too far off, I guess.
No, it's a Mexican turnip is usually how it's described. But to me, when I'm telling people what it is, to me, it seems like a cross between an apple and a potato.
Yeah.
But you actually soaked it in apple juice, right?
I did.
To give it some extra sweet?
Yeah, we did.
And probably to soften it up a little bit.
Developed taco.
And then a little bit, we had some purchased guacamole sauce and the Cholula that we put on there.
It's very good.
Seasoning.
This is a very good taco.
That was what we did. But we both had people asking us like where our food truck was.
Right.
Can we get a card? And I'm like, Matt, you mean like I can never have one of these again?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll give you the recipe. How
I
about
guess,
that?
yeah, that's it. But there's nowhere to go buy it. It was just, if you weren't at First Friday, you missed out.
She missed out. It's never
Just
happening
in
again.
general, if you miss First Friday, I'm telling you, this has
It's
become
so fun.
quite the community event, and you're missing out.
Yeah, it's a lot of
So-
fun. It's a big
Several
deal.
people were like, that's really fun. Like, who went for the first time? I'm like,
Right.
yeah, I've been telling you this for like a year. It's super fun.
Yep.
And hopefully next month we'll actually have warm weather. It wasn't bad, but it was
wasn't
just
bad.
still cloudy.
I actually liked it.
I did too, right?
It was real nice for
Well,
me.
back there,
Because you were cooking.
was
yeah,
Yeah.
we were cooking. It was.
Yeah.
I had a jacket and I didn't wear it. I mean,
Yeah, it
we were
was-
busy.
Well, speaking of food, next month, June's First Friday, we're raising money for Safe Haven Now food pantries.
Yay.
So this last one was Young Life, and the next one is Safe Haven. So one of our favorite local charities. So yeah, make your way out next June or this coming June.
I'll be there.
All right.
Is there going to be a food competition?
I
Let's
should
not do
know.
that again.
I'll look at that. They won't be tacos.
Peanut butter and crackers.
And this suggestion about having a food competition that doesn't involve meat, I don't understand. I don't.
Why would you eat anything
I
without
don't.
meat
I don't.
in it?
I don't.
Who
I
said
don't-
that?
Emma suggested somebody's got to throw down where Will's not in his element of meat. So, and I mean,
No meat.
Well, I
I'm
guess you could
neutral.
do
Hey, Beth.
tofu.
Good morning,
morning.
Beth.
I've never made
Do
tofu.
tofu.
Why would you do that?
Tofu.
You know what? I have had at a few places. I've had tofu that was done really well, and I was like, I'm not a huge like tofu guy, but I was like, it's really good.
Tastes good.
Really?
Got the right stuff on
Yeah,
it,
there
I
was a
guess.
place.
I
there's
feel
a-
like you were probably just really hungry.
No, there's a place up in.
you
Well, there
were gonna
used
say
to be a place in Chicago. It's probably burnt down now, but there's a place in
Like
Chicago.
most things in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's on fire.
There was a place in Chicago called the Purple Pig, and they had this like
Now that
little,
sounds great.
They had this little tofu like. I don't know what it was, but it was really good. And I was like, that's really good. And Michelle was like, I know, it's really good.
What they they dip the tofu in pork fat?
They
Because maybe that works.
they had
It's breaded in beef.
if you ever
A
go
little
to
bit of
Chicago,
tofu
though,
wrapped in beef.
Beef wrapped tofu.
so all
I
the
could get into
tables
that.
are about this big at the Purple Pig, and they all are like, you're just sitting in benches along, and you bring out these little tiny plates, and everybody shares.
Oh, that's fun.
Can't do it now because
Like
COVID
family
would,
style.
it'd
Certainly
kill
not in
everybody.
Chicago.
Not in Chicago. But it was a really cool little restaurant downtown.
We dislike tofu enough. I learned how to say, I don't like tofu in Mandarin. So when we're in China, we can say we don't want tofu.
Okay,
And are
good.
they
You
just like,
did that a second ago,
Yeah, I
but I don't
did.
think anybody heard you.
Yeah,
so
we'll
go
wish
Oh,
ahead.
I
want
heard
tofu.
it.
Would you want tofu?
Wubushi want tofu.
Oh,
And then people are like, okay,
I don't want tofu.
okay.
Yeah, a friend of mine had posted a picture. He was like camping, except he wasn't camping. He was just using his camping gear to cook in the backyard. And somebody says, is it really camping if you're in the backyard? And I said, is it really camping if you're cooking tofu? Because that's what he has was his cooking. I'm thinking, well, that doesn't work.
Nailed it.
That's awesome.
Right on.
Yeah. So what else is new?
It was a beautiful morning this morning.
It was, but why am I wearing a Sherpa again?
I don't
May?
know.
don't
When you
know.
walked in, I was surprised.
I took a picture
It's
again
cold
Let's
outside.
get Tom's.
as I was coming down off of Baker
A
Hill.
majestic.
I took a
There it
picture.
is.
I keep
There it
thinking
is, right
the
there.
final stand on Baker.
Oh, look at that.
That is a beautiful spring
That is
morning.
beautiful.
I do
is.
love how green everything is.
It is
Yeah.
very
Even if we
green.
haven't had a lot of warm
We've
spring
had
weather
rain,
yet.
though.
Yeah.
Lots of rain.
And that is a lot of mowing,
Yep.
folks.
That's Lake Baker.
That's
That
Lake
is a
that's
lot
Lake
of mowing.
Baker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we moved over this direction, I had a little bit of acreage and a pond. And so when it came to doing lawn care, it was basically my day. It was a Saturday. And if I did it right, it was the whole day.
That new lawnmower that I got, that sucker goes fast. I mean, fast.
This is man talk right
Oh,
here.
it's great.
Beth says that Friday is Pie Day.
Pie Day Friday. Pie Day Friday. I love
Come
it.
on down to Time to Loaf and have some pie. I'll have
Yes.
to make sure
What
Sue
kind of
knows
pie?
that.
Chicken pot pie?
Oh, yes.
I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what
That'd
she's
be-
doing.
I love Sue's
I'll
pot
ask her.
pies. They're so
I'll have a
good.
discussion with her. That's Pie Day.
Well, I'm going to bring this up, but I'm woefully ignorant to actually comment much on it. But we have a new show that has debuted on K-ROG.
I saw that last
Yeah,
night.
the cooking show.
Yes, she did. I watched the cookies.
Now that's John's mom, right? John Miller?
I think that's right. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Good family.
Nanny Cooks
Annie
from Branson
She
is
is
now
delightful.
part of the K-ROG lineup rollout. So
I love that.
be looking for that. Good cooking on there. And
Will
of
the
course,
two of you be making a special appearance with your tacos?
I don't know. Probably not. Tired from taco.
but
making.
Sue's show was really good. She just,
Oh,
Sue's
yeah.
pie crust blew my mind.
Yeah.
That was legitimate.
Lots of comments on that.
mind-blowing.
no, good stuff.
So I mean, we did one take. I walked back there. I'm like, all right, you ready to do this? She's like, yep. And so we started, and I'm watching her, and I'm like, well, that looks different than any pie crust I've ever made. And I'm like, I didn't expect that at all. It's just
Pie crust,
and
right?
she just knows what she's doing, man.
And
She
then you
knows what
found
she's
out
doing.
not all pie crusts are created equally.
This is what I found out. And I was
They
like,
are not.
No.
100%.
And that's the thing, like when you have a good one, you know it.
Oh,
There's-
yeah.
My
Pie
mom,
crust makes the pie.
Absolutely.
my
a big deal.
mom is the only person I know that can make a cherry pie or an apple pie or like a peach cobbler that tastes just like that. And I mean that's like that's my go-to. That's my litmus test.
Yeah.
Litmus test.
It's
And
gotta have that. It's gotta have that flakiness to it.
Diane makes a really good pie crust. That's my mother-in-law.
Oh
Shit,
yeah.
we're making her hungry, apparently.
Yep.
Yeah.
it's got to have like the right amount of like, I don't know, it's like, I don't want to say it's pig fat,
Butter.
Butter. It is
Lard.
butter.
but there's
yeah,
a
if
little
it
bit
gets-
of
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a lard in it.
Yeah, but if it gets thick and chewy, it's
No,
like,
that's not
ugh.
good.
But if it's
it's
got
the right
that,
amount. Yeah.
yeah, that little bit of crisp, a little bit thin.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm blessed of eating a lot of good pie in my life because there's people out there who've never had good pie,
Yeah.
and that's just
That's sad.
that's
is
a
sad.
tragedy.
They eat.
And I love pie. I can't. I really
I
don't
love
like
pie.
cake. I'm not a cake guy.
I will take pie and cobbler over cake.
Oh,
any
me
day.
too.
Yep.
Me too.
especially
I'm
with
hungry.
a dollop or four of ice cream on top.
Good apple pie. I'm not that big of a sweets person, but if it's good, I could sit down and eat a whole apple pie. I mean, I never have, but I would, given the
would.
opportunity.
My favorite pie is I like a key lime pie.
I probably have
That's
the
my
diabetes if
favorite.
I did.
Good key lime pie is hard to beat.
Shayna loves it.
Also,
key
something
lime.
you don't
Not-
really
not me.
typically get around here is
No,
a
it's
lot
hard
of
to
good key
find.
lime pie.
I'm not big into tart things, but
Key
I
lime.
like tart.
Who was I
Yeah.
telling? The kids were asking what key lime pie tastes like, and I was like, "Well, I don't like
Magic.
key lime pie." And they were like, "What does it taste like?" I go, "It tastes like somebody ate just a lime pie and burped it back up."
Hey,
That's what a key lime pie
hey,
tastes like.
John Pope, you need to switch and stop commenting
Can
as
we
K-ROG.
have a calf fry competition?
Because you're doing
at
that
the
thing
next one?
again.
Yes.
You're doing
Well,
that.
That
you
would
win
be
that
awesome.
one, Poe,
Let's do
because
it.
I'm not touching those.
Yep.
They're not bad. They're not.
I'm
bad.
sure it tastes fine. It's
You just got to close your eyes and think
Just
that you're
well,
eating
down the
something
hatch.
the
else.
key is to cut them up way high up here. What's
Yeah.
that movie?
gross.
I think it was it Funny Farm?
I don't
Oh,
it could've
yeah.
been, yeah.
The secret is you pull them down, you cut them up real high right here.
I just watched that on the screen. And
Oh, it's Alicia. Well,
awesome.
Alicia, you need to start using. Yeah, you got to click the little
yeah.
button that say you comment as yourself.
I like his Pope's throwing his wife under the bus in the comments section.
It is totally
Poor
fun.
Alicia.
It's 100% Pope.
Of course, it is.
Awesome.
We
yeah.
could have a weird meat competition, but I mean, I don't know.
Ooh, wild game. Yeah.
Yeah, we ought to do that. Do you think there's anybody in
Muskrat.
Rogersville that has wild game?
Yeah.
I'll cook some squirrels.
Squirrel. We
I
got
have never eaten
raccoons.
squirrel.
You've never eaten squirrel?
What? Oh, Lauren.
It wasn't
A
a
little greasy.
yeah.
You got to make
I
sure
just have never
You got to
fry 'em
cook
up
it the
good.
right way.
Well, I quit eating them because they're high in cholesterol. I read.
Yes.
Thank you.
Are they
Clark.
really?
Thank you, Clark.
No, they're
There we
not.
go.
They probably
Where's Eddie?
are.
He thinks, no, Clark, he doesn't eat them anymore.
Read they were high in cholesterol.
Real tomato ketchup? Nothing but the
But the
best.
best. Can I help you stir that?
Oh, my
I watched
gosh.
that the other day.
No, but my dad has asteroids.
No. Do you ever play asteroids? No, but my dad does. He said so.
Oh, that's it.
Is it a misquote?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he misquoted that one.
Yeah.
But
That's
I don't know. A random game competition might be kind of interesting.
Okay.
Random game.
Just
Not-
like
not game,
mixed
like-
meat,
Oh.
Random game.
Like
Wild
Yahtzee.
game.
Like
yeah, like
food.
Yahtzee. That's random.
shooting
All right.
dice.
We're going to have a flash game of Yahtzee right now.
I'm gonna call.
Winner takes all.
I'm totally gonna call
I have
Jesse
5
out
die
right
in
now.
my pocket right now.
So Jesse and his buddies have decided they're going to do an occasional trip to downstream, right? And he bought some dice to practice throwing for craps. Okay,
I'm sorry, like
Yeah.
loaded dice.
no, just dice. And so I walked downstairs the other day, and the girls are shooting dice. And I'm like, "What are you doing?"
What
They're
have
down on their
you
hands and knees.
created?
They got cash. They're
He's
slapping it
like-
on the floor.
He's like, "They're paying." I'm telling them it's 2 dice Yahtzee. I'm like, "What are you talking?"
Oh, my
That's
gosh.
awesome.
Downstairs throwing dice.
Claire is this close to being a card shark anyway, so
I'm like, "Don't teach her that."
So I'm not a gambler. I don't.
Yeah.
But I know myself. I have a very addictive personality. So I have to stay away from certain things,
good
right?
call.
Yep.
So one of my soccer players, along with teacher appreciations, she wrote out or scratched out teacher and said coach, and she got me some chocolate, but also had 2 scratcher tickets in her mom. And so I'm like, am I allowed to do this? You know?
It's fine. It goes back
So
to
I scratched
education.
it off, and I'm like, what if $25,000? That'd be great, you know. And I didn't get it, you know. And then 1,000. Oh, didn't get it, you know. And I get through 2 tickets and didn't win anything. And I thought, I got $2. I could go buy another one right now. you know?
Oh,
But
man, slippery slope.
I'm telling you, I have such an addictive personality. I'm like, what's so fun about scratching those things? I want to scratch another one.
Why would you ever do that?
Diane, we're going to need some more information about the coon supper that made Rogersville.
Apparently, they used to have like 2,000 people go to those.
Oh, yeah. I'd heard, I think it was Rich that I was talking to that was telling me about.
Yeah,
They used
it
to
used
have
to be
those
a
here.
huge deal.
It was a big deal.
Could we get that to be a part of the Bandit 5K?
That's why
Bring
we
it
have a
back?
raccoon as part
Well, I
of
know,
our
but
logo.
could we bring the...
A raccoon supper?
Oh,
Coon supper.
remind me after
even
this.
know.
I have a really great idea for the Bandit 5K.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I know what it is. Move it to 7 a.m. I'm
Chris?
It's a
sorry.
raccoon
Hey, Chris.
theme. There's
So that was the idea. Chris's race is at 7 a.m. Everyone else's is at 7 p.m.
Yeah,
As long
you
as my
show.
time still counts, let's do it.
Your account.
I love it.
I was looking back at the times, and you were 5th place last time.
Yeah.
Diane?
I was looking at that.
Diane was at the coon supper.
She went.
Yeah.
Apparently, like 2,000 people went. So there's a
That's
lot.
incredible.
So did they eat raccoons?
I bet so.
I assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been coon hunting?
No.
I haven't either. I've always wanted to go.
I have been. I was not carrying a gun. I was like carrying jackets and hats is
So-
what I was carrying.
Like out late at night, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's
yeah.
an all-night affair,
It's
right?
You get
Chasing
home.
them dogs.
And there's dogs.
The sun
right?
comes up. Yeah, is when you
See,
come
that's
home.
why we do it at night
Yeah.
because the course is a raccoon on its evening journey around town.
Still is, Chris. Still is.
Yep.
Raccoon-
Rogersville,
Raccoon
the coon
capital
capital of the world.
I don't see that many raccoons here.
I don't. But I will tell you
Trash
this.
pandas.
I got to show you this.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can
Sketchy.
pull up this picture. We can do it here later on. But
Yeah. They're
so
we
sketchy.
have the biggest raccoon on our property.
How many people you think it'd feed?
It probably it's as big as our small dog.
Would you say it was bigger than Lauren's rump roast that she had for her tacos? You know how my tone changed?
That was a raccoon rump roast.
That was a good old
I
coon.
said it was from Emma's
rump
farm.
roast.
It
John
was
Pope, I got
not.
your text message. I'm not going to repeat that.
He switched communication notes. Wow.
No, we have because I put the game camera out there.
Yeah.
To get pictures and stuff, and we have this one raccoon out there that is just ginormous.
They're so sketchy.
He is, and there's like 3 or 4 of them out there, and I mean they literally just like own that place out there. And I've told Michelle that I kind of want to go out and
What's the name of that movie with John Candy and Dan?
Great Outdoors.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yes, I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
I have not seen that in a long time.
It's so good.
That is
so
fantastic.
stinking good. Back to a simpler time when movies were good and things were fun.
John Candy was alive.
I was going to say
Candy was with
when
us.
funny fat guys were still alive.
Yes. And you weren't worried about offending everyone all the time.
Oh, yeah, like
Those
saying
were the
funny
days.
fat guys. I kind of had a
Yeah.
like. Can
Can
I just say that?
Yeah, you can say
Used to
that.
be able to say stuff like that.
Yep.
Sorry to anybody offended. Not really.
Just kidding, but not really.
Kidding.
Oh wait, there's a
What is this?
Oh,
the?
ooh,
is
I
this
can see the
raccoon?
coon from the
Is this the
from the
mother?
preview window.
Let's see.
It's looking at me.
And that's a good hair.
Oh yeah, throw that.
this isn't the big one.
Oh, you're
This
you're
isn't the big
teasing us.
one?
This isn't the big
Oh,
one.
their eyes are glowing.
Look at that. There's 3
Oh.
of them right there.
They're like,
Little coon family.
what types of, do they?
Get in my belly.
If I can find, you guys talk amongst yourselves. And
I'm just thinking about eating a
find
coon
this
taco.
monster.
Jeez.
Well, I wonder if Jace Robertson has ever eaten a coon.
I see where you're going
I'm
with
sure.
this.
I'm sure the Duck Dynasty crew is.
Well, we're going to be able to ask him because he's
Many.
coming to Rogersville this October 1st and 2nd for Man Camp.
Which is cool.
It is cool. We got Jace Robertson coming. You can get your tickets right now.
Jace was always my favorite when I was back when I was watching the show.
Yep. So
You don't watch the reruns now?
No,
I do.
I don't watch.
All right, so
hardly-
this is
I
the-
watch Cardinals baseball, and that's
This is
Yeah.
the big one, and if you look, I went out and stepped this out like after
Is
I
this the
shot.
big one?
Yeah, this is
the
the
big
big
boy.
one. I went after I went out and stepped off like that spot to see how big he was.
Holy moly!
That is the big one, and
is
that is roughly
Fat and sassy raccoon.
from head to tail. That's roughly like 3 foot. I mean, he's a big old sucker.
So how fat are they? Because like it's hard to tell with their fur.
Yeah.
Like how
Fluffiness.
thick? How much is fur?
and that was in like February when we first moved out there.
Yeah.
So it was like February.
Oh,
so
it's fatter now.
Yeah, I bet he's fatter now. Yeah.
You want to catch him in the fall.
And you ought to see the black snakes out there. My dad, the other day, pulled a 75-inch black snake
Woo!
out from underneath his porch.
Well,
the
it's kind of
skin.
ugh.
Nice.
So you know it's bigger than that. I mean, they're getting huge out there. I told Dad, I said, that might be a little too big for a black snake.
Eating them raccoons.
Yeah. That might
Well,
be
yeah.
a little too big for a black snake.
I had a tree trimmer trim a sugar maple of ours last year, and he came down. He goes, "So I'm up in your tree," and I look over, and I about have a heart attack and fall. And he's like, "There's a giant snake skin up there, like huge, like 6 feet bigger
Yeah.
than my wing." He's like, "It's just up there."
Yeah.
He goes, "It probably lives in your tree."
That's awesome.
And I'm like, he goes, "Honestly, I don't really see that many snake skins in trees." And I mean, that's what he does for his job. It's big, and it dangled up there for a long time, like a warning to my enemies. She's the snake lady.
Tree snakes.
around here no more.
Cool.
Tree snakes.
So we can ask Jace about tree snakes and raccoons. I'm
Yep.
sure he'll have lots of comments.
Yep. Go to
on those things.
fbclife.org events and register now. Tickets are limited.
Yeah, he was always my favorite personality on that show.
And what really limited is there's a private reception that we've only got 50 tickets for. But you can get those
Is
on
that
there.
only
Now,
for man?
when is this?
Yeah, it's October 1st and 2nd.
Which will be here
Okay.
before you know it.
in the
'cause
fall.
This
I'm
year's
so ready
going
for the
much
fall.
faster than 2020.
This year has flown
It's going
by.
quick.
It is.
Oh
Zipping
my
right by.
goodness.
It is going
It's
quick.
because everything that we were going to do last year, we've been doing this year.
Been trying to cram it in this year. Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
We got chamber lunch today. Going to
Yes.
chamber lunch?
Oh, I totally
It's
forgot about that.
It's happening.
I'm going to
It's
go to that.
luncheon.
I need to go. It might too late. Was I supposed
Is
to
it the-
RSVP?
I think if you show up, they'll probably.
It's,
I mean,
at
you
the,
might.
it's at the fire
Lori, if you're
station.
watching, let
Fire
me know.
station. Cozumel's doing the food.
Which fire station is it at?
I'm thinking
The
it's
new
the
one?
new one
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Southtown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Over there, Southtown, back there where
That
them
new part
big
of town.
coons, where them big coons hang out.
Down there by the lake.
It's by Copper Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
okay.
so. I think
Okay.
that's where it is. I'll verify.
Because the
but I'm
last
pretty
time it was at the main, well, we had the firehouse.
sure. Oh
at the
crap!
main
It
firehouse.
was.
Yeah,
Oh geez.
I know.
Laura, if you're watching, sorry. Can you
Can you tell us?
help us? Somebody?
Please clarify.
Any
I
chamber
have-
members?
I mean, look. I have definitely shown up at the wrong fire station before, several times.
That's something not everybody gets to say.
Rogersville
Yes.
is blessed with several of them.
Several.
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
a wonderful
Good
fire
ones.
department.
We got a great fire department.
We're lucky to have those guys and gals.
But the city of Fordland is now a member of the Rogersville Chamber
saw
of
that.
Commerce. I think that's awesome. So welcome, Fordland.
Portland is
I'd love to
doing neat stuff over there.
Yeah, I'd love for K-ROG to cover. You did. You went out
Yeah, I
there
went
with
over there.
everything. Yeah, we'd love to
I got to figure out my next In the Loop episode.
bring our neighbors in.
What am I doing? Oh, fire station.
Fire station, where we're going to eat lunch today.
Hold, please.
Has anybody seen what the price of gas is today?
It's not cheap.
So I went down that trail last night. I started doing some reading, and it sounds like this summer could get really bad.
I think.
Dadgummit.
Yeah, super
Oh
high.
yeah, no.
Like
it's-
I've got a trip out to Virginia, and we're going to drive, and I'm now worried.
You're going to be spending a ton of money.
That's my fear.
Yeah.
Well, there was what I read about that may have an impact is there were the cybercrime people hacked and
Yes.
shut down a pipeline. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And
and then they said, "Oh, we're sorry. We really didn't mean to do that. We
Yeah.
weren't. We didn't.
What?
We're ethically responsible cyber criminals. We don't. We try not to. We don't
Are you
hack.
serious?
When
Yeah.
we make mistakes, we apologize.
Yeah, we don't hack hospitals, nonprofits, and what we hack, we don't want to. We're apolitical. We're not trying to make political statements. We're just trying to make money. Yeah. And so they apologize that they had a negative impact on the economy by shutting down the pipeline.
well, I noticed that the governor
What
of Michigan's
world are we
wanting to
living
shut
in?
that pipeline down up there too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
She's so awesome.
she is. She's a peach.
So
She's
What was the
awesome.
price of gas this morning?
$2.79.
$2.79.
Yeah.
And we could be looking upwards of 4
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
summer.
And that's here.
Yeah,
That's here.
right?
Which means
imagine.
it'll be like $10 in California.
In California. Yeah.
Yes,
But
it's
they're
the
not
one-
even a part of our country, so it
And
doesn't
they're not
matter.
even driving anyways out there right now.
California. It's like a whole other country.
Yeah.
Was that there or was it Texas? It was Texas that had the tourism commercial. It's like a whole other country.
Yeah.
California's like, it really is a whole other country.
It is. It is.
It can be.
It
Feel
can
free.
be. It can be. Yeah. I was, they had the Cal Exit movement going and I was ready to donate.
Oh yeah.
Like, go. Let's just go.
Spread your wings.
Yeah,
Fly.
fly.
Bye,
Bye,
Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
I did, however, and I can't wait to get it. It's coming in. I don't know if I want to say this or not. I may just save it. I'm going to save it.
Okay, put it back in your pocket.
I'm going to put it back in my pocket.
It
You have to
is-
watch a future episode to find out what I was going to say.
It is.
Well-
It is at the fire station on South Sad,
South
Mill
Sad.
Street.
Very good. So
Yep.
we know.
Speaking
where to go
of
today.
putting that back in your pocket, it's a big reveal. So last week we brought up Raj Got Talent.
Raj got
Yeah.
A
talent.
lot of chatter going on about that. That's going to be super exciting.
Yeah, very excited
Yeah,
about it.
people are asking me questions. We need a press release.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna get
I
that
know.
out.
I'm
But
sorry. I'll work on it.
To recap,
Yeah.
so that's going to be August, first Friday, live event, then 3 episodes before the finale, which will be the September first Friday. So another live showing with live studio audience. And then the winner gets a $500 cash prize and
Boom.
gets to perform at Rock and Rogersville at the end of September.
That is
Just
correct.
incredible.
And I'm rooting for a local axe thrower to win the whole shebang.
That would
Do
be
we
awesome.
have a local axe thrower?
I don't know, but if maybe some
I'm gonna do.
maybe they could come out of the
I'm
woodwork.
gonna do
Actually-
axe throwing, interpretive
Come out of the
dance,
woodwork.
and singing
Get that
at the
one.
same
I
time.
see what you
Good.
did.
Dad
Speaking of
I love
woodwork,
this idea, Tom.
there's a guy
love it.
there's a guy who attends church at Henderson Baptist Church who is a blacksmith,
Yeah.
and he actually shows people how to make these axes. So our youth group has got an event with him, and they're going to do the whole deal, and so he's going to show them how to do the axe
I
throwing
need
and
to
how to
have him at
make
the farmer's
one, and
market.
yeah,
I need to have it at
Nice.
the farmer's market.
pretty cool.
So
on down.
yeah.
Because I'm wanting to build a forge at my house.
Oh, there you go. Well, he's your guy.
You're so intense about it.
I know that was. You see the
Forged in
face.
fire.
I want to go out and hammer some metal. Is what I want to do.
I mean, I just like turn on Metallica in my garage and then hammer some metal.
Yeah.
Like
I see what you did there, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love Metallica. I really do.
Tom's going to go
my
full
favorite.
on. He's going to be hipster extraordinaire out there.
And I'm going
just-
to be jamming to Metallica.
He's going to be making everything.
I'm going to be making nails.
There
you go. Special
I'm not
nail.
buying nails
I made
ever
a nail
again.
just for you.
He's like, take it, put it in your pocket. I don't want that
And
nail.
when you finally get it right, you're like, "Ah, nailed it."
Boom, boom.
Whoa.
Oh, we got a ton today, folks.
It's
Getting deep. Yeah.
It's deep. Pinch poke, yo me a Coke.
Okay. I don't drink them. You can
Gosh, I
have them
haven't
all.
heard that forever.
Yeah, it's silly. So we're forging nails and hunting coons, and
Yeah, we've kind of gone.
we've been on a journey
We
again.
we even did movie quotes today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. So instead of going to First Friday this last week, we missed.
Yeah, you were out of town this weekend.
No, it all got canceled. So
The weekend
Oh,
got
he's
canceled.
not bitter. He looks
so
bitter.
Michelle and I
You were in your
decided-
bunker.
We decided to have like a staycation out at Baker Hill. all
That's all
weekend,
right.
And
Yeah.
it was a ton of fun. We sat and we had movie night. We watched Unbreakable. If you all haven't seen Unbreakable,
Mm-hmm.
that's
It's been a while,
great.
but I've
Yep.
seen yeah.
It's a great Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson, M. Night Shyamalan film.
Well, he soared high and then kind of.
I think the problem that you run into is when you do twist endings every single time. Guess what people start to look for?
The twist.
Twist endings, and then it.
You just need something to end normally.
Yep.
For once.
Whose bright
shot.
idea was it though to hire him to direct The Last Airbender?
The same person whose bright idea was to make a live action Last Airbender.
Well, yeah, obviously, but the cartoon was really good,
right,
and the movie was horrible.
I think the problem that we have in like Hollywood or just creative right now is that we have an idea problem. You know?
I think
Yeah.
so. big
And so
time.
what winds up happening is Disney's in the business of taking everybody's ideas and paying lots of money for
And
them.
always
and that's
has
what
been.
Disney did on
Yeah,
that one.
always has been.
Yeah. They took it and they said, hey, let's make a live action. And so they did it and they just kind of thought, oh, this is an easy cash grab because that's all it is anymore out there.
Which it
doesn't
was.
have to be quality content.
It
anymore.
doesn't
just
have
has
to
to be
be.
more
No.
content.
Oh, there's a new funny movie though. Mitchell's versus the Machines on Netflix is a new animated movie.
I haven't seen that.
It's not new though, is it?
No, it just came out. It was just released.
Huh.
It's a hoot. It's a fun family movie. It's
Really?
pretty silly about kind of a robot takeover and this.
Well, maybe I just remember seeing the trailer.
Probably
come out.
seen trailers because they played trailers for a while. It was fun to watch. It was a good one.
Well, this was interesting. So my buddy that I've known since we were like 13, we decided to go floating a few weeks ago. We had the camper out and we were sitting out in the evening and got done eating. And he was like, what do you want to do? I said, well, let's watch a movie because we got the DVD player and the TV inside there. And I was like, so what movie you want to watch? He goes, what do you got? And I go, well, I got Goodfellas and...
Hey, Tom, you told us this story last
Did I
week.
tell you this
Yeah, you
already?
told us.
All right, never mind.
We heard the story last
We had
week.
a
And
whole
it was
thing.
a
Version
fantastic
two.
It was a
story.
great story.
But the thing is...
See
is
what
like,
happens when you take a weekend off and have a
It's so
staycation?
amazing how some people have not seen some of these films out there, and it still baffles me. I cannot get over like people not seeing like
Those iconic ones.
I know. I mean, even if Goodfellas is like out of your realm of like you should probably still watch it, at least parts of it.
Trying to think what movie, like iconic movies I haven't seen. I've never seen Titanic.
Titanic?
Eh,
I never saw it.
I mean, it was
never
fun
thought
to
it was
watch.
interesting. I've never seen Raising Arizona.
Oh
Yeah,
my
okay.
goodness!
I don't think I've seen
We
that.
are gonna have
listen.
a Raising Arizona.
Hey,
not seen
cancel your plans for the rest of the day and it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh,
Really?
Boy, you got a panty on your head.
Okay. Well, I'll watch it. I'll make a point of
I
that.
don't think I've
Such
ever watched
a
it
great,
either.
like
It is a great movie.
the best Nicolas Cage movie of all time.
Well, and it's
Wait,
the Coen
what?
brothers.
They're all amazing.
It's like low bar.
It's the
I didn't know
Coen
it was
brothers,
Coen brothers.
and
No,
that
it-
was like
I'm sold.
Yeah.
it's
I'm
one
in.
of his early works.
I'm in.
But I'm
it's
telling you,
probably I think it's their second movie. Yeah.
Okay. No,
Blood
never
Simple.
I wa-
Blood Simple was their first one.
Ty? Was it Ty?
Hi. H.I.
Hi, H.I.
Okay, I've confessed. Now, what about the rest of you? What's a movie that like everybody's seen that you haven't
man.
seen, and you need to see it, you just haven't got around to it yet? Tom, that's probably a pull in the teeth for you.
I'll have to think about that
can't think of
because there's been a few that were iconic films that I'd always heard everything about, but I have like kind of gone down that road of going, all right, I'm gonna sit down and watch it because I just
Yeah.
for whatever reason, decided I wasn't going to watch it. But yeah, I've watched quite a few films. Yeah.
We got a few minutes left. Maybe the viewers will Star Wars.
Jesse.
We know
yeah.
Pope.
Jesse, if you're
sheesh.
watching, tell me the movie I haven't seen that I should have watched
Yeah.
because you remember stuff better than I do.
Can say we need some viewer
I
input
did.
on
He
this.
having
was
a hard
flipping
time
through one of the movie things we have the other day, and Bridges of Madison County was on there, and I've never seen that movie. I know that's a big
that was one
iconic
that I didn't see for a long time, and then I ultimately watched.
Have you
it.
seen Tombstone?
Okay, so here's my deal with Tombstone.
Oh my goodness! If there's anything other than yes, I need you to leave.
The
studio.
I don't recall a time I have sat and watched all of Tombstone because I loved Wyatt Earp. So I would watch Wyatt Earp, and so where I'm from, we had limited channels.
It's kind of two totally
and
different
so
films.
Wyatt Earp's a great movie
whatever
too.
channel was available. You know how movies are shown on certain channels and some channels you don't have. Like I did not have MTV as a kid, so I don't know what happened in that realm at all.
Wyatt Earp is a better depiction of Wyatt Earp, the actual individual,
The whole life.
whereas Tombstone is a better depiction theatrically
Of the situation?
Tombstone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would watch Wyatt Earp, and it was probably because of whatever movie channel I had showed Wyatt Earp. And so I just kind of missed the whole Tombstone thing, and I've seen chunks of it. I know that. I don't know if I've ever sat down and watched it.
Has
start to
everybody
finish.
seen Dances with Wolves?
Yes,
A
fantastic
million years
movie.
ago,
Almost
but yeah.
watched it again last week.
The Outlaw Josie Wales.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I have not.
Yes.
Oh, Outlaw Josie Wells.
I have not.
There's only 3 kinds of sun in Kansas: sunlight, sunflower, and sons of beep. It's one of my favorite lines. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, you need to see that
So I need to see it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely, definitely.
I'll put it on my list.
So here would be like kind of starting from the beginning. If you haven't seen Citizen Kane, you need to watch Citizen
Actually, I've
Kane.
never seen
and
it.
I think
just
I watched
sit
it
through
in
I've never
school.
seen it.
I think I
It's
watched
a
it
great
in school.
film, and it's actually what a lot of films base their, just the camera angles off of. That's a great film. Casablanca, have you ever seen that?
I am not.
Casablanca is a great film. And then I'll go ahead and throw this one in because this is one I probably saw about, 8 years ago, and it is The Treasure of the Sierra Madre with Humphrey Bogart.
Never even heard of that.
You know
No, I've heard of
you
it.
know
I've
the
never
line
seen it.
from Blazing Saddles
Yeah,
where he
badges.
goes,
We
Yeah.
don't need
badges. We don't have no badges. We don't know this thing. I don't need to show you my badges. That is from The Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Interesting.
Great film. It is like the original twist ending kind of film. You don't know what's going to happen to anybody. It's a great film, and it's long, kind of drawn out, but it's really cool story.
So I run into this. So when I try to show my kids something from my era, most of the time they're unimpressed. Occasionally they'll be like, "No, that was actually really good, Dad."
Yeah.
But you remember that as a kid, your parents are like, "Oh, you got to watch.
Yeah.
You're Gone with the Wind. It's amazing, whatever."
My dad never said that.
That'd be my mom. But I don't know. How does that play out? There are
It's
some
hard,
movies.
Oh my gosh.
Some don't translate.
That would be the movie
That'd be the one.
for me.
Gone with the Wind.
I don't think if
never
I
seen it.
watched
I think
it,
we
I
watched it
watched
in
it
school.
all the way back when it was like Laserdisc, and it's so far out
Well,
that I
Tom,
haven't even.
frankly, my dear, I don't give a care whether you've seen it or not.
Oh my.
Bam.
Oh my Lord.
Nailed it. All right. Well, let's save some for next week. What do you
All
think?
right.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
Tom will just try to tell that story again next
Oh.
week anyway. So.
So I went out floating with this friend of mine.
One
Thanks
thing
for
that-
watching,
you guys
everybody.
Wait, pause,
Say, don't
hold,
push the button.
hold,
Don't push the
hold,
button.
Hold.
Don't push the button.
Tufts Garden Outpost.
Yes.
Go get you some flowers and plants before
Chris, point to it.
they're
Yeah,
gone.
go like this, Chris.
Chris, point to it.
Go see
Right
our
above
buddy
you.
Emma.
Other way. Other way. Other way.
I was going to the screen.
That is so hard to do.
This is when you,
I thought I was down. I was like, look, I'm going to the screen.
I
Oh,
can
you
it.
do this
My
right here.
bad.
You go.
Go to Tufts Garden Outpost. Get you some flowers. I did on Saturday, and I've got them in the ground, and I'm excited.
we look a little washed out on the screen behind us, by the way.
Yeah, we
I don't
didn't
see what you're talking about.
We didn't balance the white
I
before we
see.
hit go.
We look
Yeah,
real
see.
tan up here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah.
It's exposure, Will.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well,
And
That's a
Tom
brighter-
is weirdly
Yeah,
That's
blurry.
a brighter exposure than
Why is Tom blurry? And we're
because I had too much to drink last night.
he's vibrating.
I think I
You
don't.
can do
Oh,
that. No, that's too much. Take it down a long.
I don't know. I think I look pretty good, to be honest with you. But
Except for the Sherpa outfit.
except for the Sherpa, what's that? It's May.
Oh, look at that.
No,
We're going old time.
Quit playing. with
sepia.
it.
Am I not noticing a difference in any of this?
If we had anybody watching today,
I
they're gone
obviously
now.
don't
Yeah.
have the
All right,
skills.
guys. See ya.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
It's been fun.